Jesus elucidates the prevalent causes of diseases. Said I, the Lord, of all vices, the worst is fornication, lewdness, and lust of every kind and sort. But the people are led into this vice by idleness, pride, and arrogance. For to the arrogant, nothing is sacred anymore. It seeks only all the means at its disposal to satisfy its worldly passions through them. When children are then conceived by such a person, what wretched and disease-ridden people are thereby brought into this world. Thus, this sin is a prevalent source by which all the worst diseases enter this world. Then there are also gluttony and overindulgence, anger, and all manner of vexation. Through these vices, all manner of diseases develop in the people, and subsequently torment them in a pitiful way. Did I not say to the sick man in Jerusalem, who had been waiting at the pool of Bethesda for a full 38 years to be healed, when I had healed him? Go and sin no more, lest something worse befall you. His severe gout was therefore also a consequence of his many past sins. And so it has been almost the same case with most of those I have healed. Had they not become ill because of their many sins, their souls would have been lost as well. Only a truly severe and bitter illness sobered them up and showed them how the world rewards its worshippers. Through the illness, they lost their love for the world and longed to be delivered from it soon. As a result, their souls became freer, and the healing of their bodies came to them at just the right time. In addition to these primary causes, from which most illnesses arise in the people, who are already weakened from birth, there are likely others through which a weak person can also become seriously ill. But I say this again specifically. This can only happen to those who are already weakened from birth. But I will show you the causes briefly. First, there is the consumption of poor quality, unclean and spoiled food that has not been freshly prepared, as well as inferior beverages, and then the eating of all kinds of unripe fruit. Furthermore, many have the harmful habit of trying to cool down quickly when they are overheated. Still others, completely unaware of their innate weakness, expose themselves to all manner of dangers, from which they either perish entirely or suffer lifelong damage. Indeed, God cannot be blamed for this, for He has given man reason, free will, and the greatest laws of life. But against human sloth, there is no other remedy than precisely all manner of permitted evils, which must necessarily follow the disregard of the divine will. These awaken the soul, which lies fast asleep in the flesh, and show it the painful consequences of its sloth, and it thereby becomes more cautious, wiser, more diligent, and more compliant with the recognized divine will. And thus the various illnesses that now afflict the people also have their distinct good. Admittedly, they are also a kind of judgment that compels the soul towards good. Yet the soul's free will is not entirely taken away by this, and it can still improve quite properly during and after an illness, even though it will have to attain its continued perfection only in the hereafter. However, there are also sick people who, because of the sins of their parents or even their ancestors, have come into this world sick from the moment they were conceived. The souls of such sick people are mostly from above, and are merely undergoing a temporary trial in the flesh on this earth. But for them, everything is already well provided for in the realm of spirits beyond, and everyone who cares for them and treats them with love and patience will be welcomed into their heavenly dwellings beyond with the same love and patience. And with this, I have now given you full enlightenment on this matter. But when the spirit within you becomes fully awake, he will also guide you in all wisdom in this matter. Do you understand this now as well? Said all present, Lord and Master, we now understand this perfectly, and we thank you once again for this great enlightenment. Since one, as a teacher to be, must deal with all manner of sick people, it is also very necessary to instill in them, through such teachings, faith, courage, and all patience, so as to bring about, if necessary and possible, relief of their suffering. For whoever suffers patiently clearly suffers less than whoever suffers with all impatience. And that is why we consider this teaching of yours to us at this time to be truly excellent. For no one needs true comfort more than one who is suffering in whatever form. And we also regard it as a specially good deed to come to the aid of a suffering person, helping them both spiritually and physically. Are we right or not? Said I, indeed, for charity must come to the aid only of those who need it, and this is what has value before God. But I will add this to what I have said. If someone throws a banquet and invites his rich neighbors and friends, he has not sinned by doing so, but he will not receive a reward in heaven for it, since his friends can repay him for it here. Therefore, invite the poor to dine with you, and you will be rewarded in heaven, for the poor cannot repay you here. So it is also with those who lend out large sums of money at interest and receive the capital back after a certain time. If they do not practice usury, they commit no sin by doing so. But in heaven they will not receive interest for this, though they will if they also lend money to the poor in their need, without interest and without requiring repayment of the capital. Thus, helping the poor of every kind, in every possible good way, is the true work of charity. But for this evening, let us consider that we have done enough good, and so let us now retire for the night. Tomorrow will bring its own rewards. Upon hearing these words of mine, everyone retired for the night, and all thanked me once more for the teachings given.